Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. And the Blue Devils will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Jamison. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Minnesota's offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got his man on the right. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Duke's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense
breaks into the open. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Third down play from the gun. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on third down. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll try the run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short. Hands it off. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Golden Gophers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Barges ahead. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018.
Floats it out in space.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Completes it in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And after that, best thing you can do, punt it away. Here comes the special teams. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got it in the middle. It's Penny.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Burns. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The Blue Devils want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Murray. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll keep it himself. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Blue Devils are rolling down the field.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. This time he's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Blue Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Blue Devils in the hurry up.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here comes the hurry up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They'll ride the hot hand. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Baylor. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the big fella.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. Complete to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got a man in the middle. The Blue Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Duke! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll do it himself. On the move at the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. On the option. The pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the heat. Looking left. He's got it. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed over the middle, it's Penny. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Murray. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Off play action. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway.
He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Tip drills alive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover 1. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse. And breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Golden Gophers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. At the 40, there he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Golden Gophers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll give it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He'll run it again. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get the...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for his man. Complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Tries to get it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Keeps it on the bootleg. Pocket breaking down. He's got him in the flat. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. So we open the final period with a third down play. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. It'll be third and long. Motion from the back. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on fourth down. Never a doubt. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Unloads it left. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Offense lining up quickly.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to...
There he goes! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They get to the line quickly. They'll try the right side. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Now facing a third and long. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Golden Gophers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Handoff from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Trying to run, it's Jamison. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Under fire. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. And the Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. Shotgun snap on third down. Going for 6. Give him 6. Touchdown, Minnesota! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Floating away. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wide open downfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. To the air on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Lets it go to the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown, and it looks as if we could be headed to overtime. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give. Shows him the stiff arm. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Gives it on the option. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. Turning it on. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Couldn't get any closer on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. A gut check on the doorstep. 3rd and goal here in overtime. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Let's send the tight end in motion. Rides to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Huge third down here. A field goal will send us to another overtime, but a touchdown would win it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.